broadcast show since the misfits couldn't carry on. But I'ma carry on and get the party cracking. The homegirl 7 carats known for text blasting. Get she on the rap if you want action. 800 plus, it's a known fashion. Keep her back up playing custom wheels cracking. Big cell gon' keep it real, what a passion. All gas, no break, in and out of traffic. You see your brother on a hole, respect the passions. Whether they outlaws or outcasts. Big cells top 5 when you in traffic. Ride your ride, mind your business, stay in your own lane. Respect others and set the game. Spread black love the old fashioned way. You miss the West with the South, this a master pass. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell on your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Big Cell on your radio.
Again, appreciate y'all, man. I love you guys. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the donations.
No doubt.
Don't forget, man, support the channel, support the platform. I need you. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And again, man, I love you guys. Don't forget the 5 things I'm gonna leave you with. Ride your own ride, stay in your own lane, mind your business, have enough love in yourself to have some love for me. We're gonna ride for love and love to ride, man. We gone, man. What it do on this hot ass sunny day here in ATL, Georgia, man. I'm out here at work, man, securing the perimeter. Anyway, I want to talk about something real quick, man. Lately, y'all been giving me inspiration to do these shows and to get back in this podcast thing real tough. And don't forget, tomorrow I have a hell of a show coming for you live in the studio. It's going down. Miss Solo from the Bay Area. She will be on my podcast tomorrow talking about the Bay Area Council, how the Bay used to be, and what's going on now in the Bay, what needs to be fixed and corrected. So we'll get into that tomorrow. But I want to talk about something today, and I want you guys to hear me. And this is for all of you new members, prospecting members, all of you up-and-coming members, and any member who is thinking about any person who is saucing motorcycling and thinking about motorcycling. Let me tell y'all something. Don't be a fan of what you see, but be a fan of motorcycling, okay? And the reason why I say that is because trying to be a fan of an individual, and you go out and you start motorcycling or try to motorcycle like the individual, you could end up killing yourself, okay? The shit you see us doing, the shit you see when you see me cross country, you see me going state to state, you see whoever you see, whoever you understand. Understand that we make it look fun, we make it look cool as shit, and it is some fun and some cool shit, but it's some serious shit behind the scenes going on. So when you consider joining a motorcycle club, when you consider joining the motorcycle community, do that because you love to ride, not because you love a nigga that's riding, or love a person that you see riding, you will make the biggest mistakes of your life following behind somebody that ride instead of loving the ride itself. You got to be careful of that because, and I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna tell you the difference. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna tell you the difference. If you're a fan of motorcycling, then you're gonna respect the rules and regulations. You're gonna want to learn everything. You're gonna want to soak everything up. You're gonna want to talk to the OGs. You're gonna want to learn the culture. You're gonna want to know about the culture. But if you're a fan of, let's just say, Big Sale, and you went and bought a motorcycle because you saw Big Sale do some shit that you thought was cool, then you're gonna negate the rules and regulations because if you get a chance to ride with Big Sale, you're gonna try to do what Big Sale do. You're gonna try to follow behind Big Sale. You're gonna try to go coast to coast, state to state, because Big Sale went coast to coast, state to state, and that's where you're gonna kill yourself at. That's where you're gonna make your mistake. Because what you don't know is before Big Sale went, he did the best he could with knowing how to and learning and asking questions the whole 9 yards. I had a hell of a teacher. I had a hell of a teacher. My man Snowman, one of the greatest to ever ride a motorcycle. Period. One of, I didn't, because I know y'all gonna say, you said Snowman. He's one of the greatest to ever straddle a motherfucking Harley Davidson. I never seen him straddle nothing else but a Harley Davidson. But I said that to say this. Before Snowman, how you doing, Chief?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good.
I like that BMW, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Before I started going cross country, I wanted to learn about motorcycling because I wanted to learn what I was getting myself into. Yes, I was a fan of Snowman, but I was more intrigued with riding. You feel me? I was way more intrigued with riding than I was Snowman. So, with that being said, a lot of you guys coming into this bike set, coming onto the set, you're seeing these videos, you're seeing us on these videos, you're seeing us talk shit, you're seeing us grab state signs, you're seeing us hollering yonder. Oh, we getting yonder. If you ain't getting no yonder, you ain't riding no. You hear all of that shit and you see all of that shit. Understand, that's just what you see. You don't see the backstory when we done rode 1,000 miles and we dog ass tired and we trying to be somewhere by a certain time, but we gotta make the decision to be honest with ourselves and say, hey man, we're going to knock it off today. We're going to knock it off early or leave later and make it up on the back end or whatever it is. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you're a fan of an individual, you will lie to yourself and tell yourself, "Oh, I'm not tired. Shit, say you want to keep riding, we can keep riding," because you know Sale want to keep riding. That's where you make your mistakes when you do stuff like that. You have to be a fan of motorcycling to the point to where you know what you can and cannot do. And it's nothing. Listen, let me just tell y'all this. There's nothing wrong with not being able to ride 1,000 miles a day. There's nothing wrong sometimes with having 300 or 400 mile days. There's nothing wrong with that. Like you got my girl Doc J out there right now, killing it, fucking killing it. But you heard her say earlier today, I fucked up, y'all, because I didn't get no rest, trying to be with my husband and my grandkids, et cetera, and it cost her to where she was dog ass tired and she had to bed down a little earlier, I think, than her plan stopped. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know why? Because she's a fan of motorcycling and she's not following behind or running behind anybody in particular. This yonder shit, it ain't for everybody. Now, what we call yonder, let me give you the definition of yonder. Yonder is 800 miles or better going one way. The average rider, the best rider, some of the greatest riders, cannot do 800 miles, turn around and get back home within 24 hours. That's why we call it yonder. Because normally when you get yonder, it's an overnight trip. It has to be at least an overnight trip. Getting yonder most likely is an overnight trip. That's what the definition of yonder. So if you never knew what the definition of yonder was, that's what we call yonder. 800 miles or better going in one direction. Because you can't turn around and come back home in the same 24 hours. But seriously, to all you prospects and I think they call them invites, prospects, and hang-arounds, brand new to the bike set, don't fall in love with the individuals on the bike set or the individuals club, fall in love with the culture, fall in love with motorcycling. Therefore, when you fall in love with the culture, you fall in love with motorcycling, you will respect the rules. You won't lie to yourself and try to do things that you ain't got no business trying to do. Because I'm telling you, if you fall in love with Big Cell and you say you want to ride with Big Cell, and Big Cell ride his ride, you're going to kill yourself. You're going to fuck around and kill yourself. You're going to fuck around and get caught up in some shit where you ain't got no business being out there or whatever, and then now we got a problem. But if you're a fan of the motorcycle and you say, Big Cell, man, I want to ride with you one day, that's okay. Well, I'm going, per se, in September, I'm going back to Cali to East Bay Dragons. All right, we're going to Dragons. Now you say, now, I'm going to tell you this. Hey, this particular ride, I'm on a time limit. I'm on a time frame. So I got to get there, do my thing, and get back. You feel me? This may not be the ride that you want to ride with Big Cell, because you got to understand this. If I take you on, I'm totally responsible for you. So that means when you think you're not tired, when you think that, when you try to act like you're not tired, I got to tell you, no, nigga, you tired. Sit your ass down. Time to sit down. Time to get us a room. Huh? Because it's my job and my responsibility to know who I'm riding with and to know their limits. A lot of you guys will act like you all right when you're not all right. And that's not all right on a yonder trip, on any trip for the most part. You have to have proper preparation, you gotta have proper rest, you gotta have proper hydration, you gotta have proper equipment, and you gotta have a proper working motorcycle in order to get yonder. And if any one of those things is not in order, then we can't get yonder. This trip has to be postponed, or we need more time to rest. One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make, is this. And if you ride with the groups that I ride with, we're going to get there on Thursday and we're going to leave on Monday. If you see me at the anniversary Saturday night, then 9.9 times out of 10, I'm not leaving till Monday. Because I need all day Sunday to recuperate, to relax, to get my mind prepared, my body prepared to get back home. If you see me at the anniversary Saturday night, then 9 times out of 10, I'm not leaving till Monday. Because you got to have that time to prepare. You got to have that time to rest. You got to have that time to sit still. You got to have that time to meditate, to pray, to understand what you're doing. Because I'm telling you, trying to get to the party and hang out and party all day, trying to be cool for school, and you're hanging out all night Saturday, you're drinking and all that, and think you're going to get up Sunday and start heading back out of town, you're setting yourself up for failure. I promise you, you are. This shit ain't a game out here. This shit is serious as a heart attack. On some real shit. One thing I can say, like, I'm going to just give you an example. When I helped KD, because it was KD's ride, I was just there to help and assist the ladies and really help, really there for KD. But when KD did that ride with the ladies, we had back to back Zoom preparation meetings. We answered questions. We helped with the ladies. Some of the ladies had different fears about different things. We talked about it. We talked it out. Now, that was the prep. When the actual ride started, it was my job to know if you were tired or not. Look here, little mama. I seen you done swerved too many times. You good? And that was one thing about KD. She started paying attention to the ladies. She knew how to pay attention to the ladies. She knew how to pay attention to the riders. We were listening to their bike. We was listening to their bikes, other people's bikes. Because that's what you got to do. Because you got to understand this. If one is stranded, damn near the whole pack is stranded. If one person run out of gas, damn near the whole pack will run out of gas. So we're responsible for everybody that's on that ride. Now, let that be a different ride. Well, let's say it's me and KD, and again, I'm gonna use his name. I used it earlier, Snowman, and a couple of other ones. We damn near balls to the wall, every man for themselves, because each one of us are grown, trained, and understand to know what the fuck we doing. Period. So it might not be that much total. It might not be that much total dedication and devotion to that individual, to other individuals. We might just be kind of worried about ourselves. But I'm saying all this to say this, man. Don't fall in love with what we do. Fall in love with motorcycling. Don't be a fan of the individuals that's motorcycling. Be a fan of motorcycling. Because I'm telling you that will save your life. Because when you're motorcycling, then there's certain things that you're not gonna do. You're not gonna take risks. You're not gonna take chances. You're gonna do what you got to do. When you're tired, you're gonna lay your ass down. When if you can't go no more, it just is what it is. I know again, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's some cool shit when you're doing 1,000 miles a day, and we had 1,000 miles when we going from LA to Atlanta in 2 days and all that. But that shit ain't for everybody. Trust me, it ain't. And even for us, the ones that do it, don't think that it's just fun and gravy. We get our ass beat up too. We get our ass beat up too. But one thing you're not gonna do, or one thing you're not gonna find me, is on the road sleepy and tired. When I get sleepy and tired, I'm gonna take my ass to bed. I'm gonna find my hotel, call ahead, get my room booked, and my ass is in the hotel. I promise you. We don't play them games, riding through the middle of the night, just to try to prove something to a motherfucker. We pass all that. We pass all that. So understand this. I said all that to say, man, listen, we gotta start understanding the lifestyle. You got to start understanding what it is. My man, everybody ain't about the yonder life. Road captains have big responsibility. And I spoke on road captains the other day. And since somebody mentioned it in the comments, being a road captain is a big responsibility on that highway. Because you're solely responsible, per se, for getting the pack to and from its destination. See, what you don't understand is this. If you go from Atlanta to California, you stopped in Tennessee, got the state sign. You went to Arkansas, got the state sign. You got the Mississippi state sign. You got all these state signs on the way there. But if you don't make it back home, don't none of that shit mean nothing. Don't none of that shit mean nothing. If you don't make it back home, also too, if you get a goddamn speeding ticket because you was speeding trying to run through, you negate the whole trip. Period. You negate the whole trip just from a speeding ticket, not making it back home. All of that shit matters. Your yonder trip only counts for when you leave the house and you get back home. No tickets, all in one piece. That was a successful yonder trip. So I'm telling you all this to say that if it's your first time getting yonder, or if it's your first time on a long trip, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to tell whoever it is, look, man, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. Now, that may mean you may have to finish this trip by yourself. That may mean you may have to catch up. That may mean we ain't waiting for you. That may mean that, because the number one thing I tell you guys all the time is always be grown enough to ride this ride. So just because you left with Big Cell, if Big Cell break down, then what? If Big Cell say, man, I just don't feel good, I'm gonna turn around and go back, then what? You still got to make the ride. So be grown enough to ride the ride. Be grown enough to have your own finances, your resources, and everything you need to have to ride the ride. Oh, it'll be my pleasure to ride with you. But if I can't make it, I can't make it. If I don't feel like finishing the ride, I won't finish the ride. So, again, man, people, please stop being a fan of the individuals in the bike set and learn to fall in love with motorcycling. And what I mean by that is, when you're a fan of the bike set, you will follow them instead of following the rules. When you're a fan of a person, when you're a fan of a person, you will follow them instead of following the rules. And understand this, follow behind some of these riders if you want to, and you're going to find your ass in a ditch, because we can do some stuff that we've learned to do, we've conditioned ourselves to do, that you don't have a clue about. And again, I know it looks good. I know it looks fun. I know it looks like it's the shit. And oh, this shit, man, they having a ball. I'm finna go buy me a motorcycle and get me some Yonder. You better learn how to open up your mouth and say, hey, I'm gonna tap out. You know, because there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you, I promise you, there's nothing wrong with that. You do not have to be the superhero that you haven't trained to be. You don't have to be that. So, for all you new riders, for all you prospects, for all you invites, for all you hang-arounds, and for all that shit, man, we say this shit all the time. Ride your ride. We say this shit all the time. Ride your ride. Don't ride Big Sales ride. I got my man Sarge on here. Don't ride Sarge's ride. I got my man Guns on here. Don't ride Guns' ride. Ride your ride. And understand that may mean that there will be some rides that you will have to ride by yourself in riding your ride. Don't expect other people to ride your ride. Everybody got to ride their own ride. So don't expect people to have to want to ride your ride. You feel me? I just want to come on here and say that, man, because I'm telling you guys, stop being a fan of the rider and be a fan of motorcycling. Be a fan of safety. Be a fan of the rules. Be a fan of what you can do. Be a fan of your goddamn self. And understand, be a fan of your limits. You know what you can do and what you can't do. And don't be out here riding to try to impress people, to try to hang with people, because you don't want a motherfucker to joke on you or join you. Because we're going to do that regardless. Man, that motherfucker sell one knee and go 400 miles. He ready to go to bed, man. Yeah, but guess what? I can laugh at y'all when I get back home. But I can't laugh if I don't make it back home. Yeah. The story is only funny if I make it back home to my family. The story ain't funny if I don't make it back home. So, y'all make it home Tuesday, I make it home Thursday. It's all in love. So, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you pass this video on. Make sure you guys hear me, because I want you to hear me and I want you to understand. Getting Yonder is some of the most excitingest shit you can do. Being out there on the open road and the whole 9 yards, seeing different shit, pulling up in different states, different dealerships, all that shit is fun, especially if you're doing it with a group of individuals, a group of men that you love hanging with, and a group of men that you fuck with. But always understand this, that they don't out-trump motorcycle. No matter how much you love Big Sale can't stay woke for you. I gotta stay woke for myself. No matter how much you love Big Sale, he can't ride your motorcycle and his motorcycle. He gotta ride his motorcycle. Just like you gotta ride your own motorcycle. So know these things, man, and don't let this be an issue for you. Speak up. If you're tired, you're tired. If you think you whatever, it just is what it is. All right? It's your boy Big Sale FHOH, and I love y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Shout out to Rare Breed. I've heard nothing but hella good things about the anniversary, which, of course, is Rare Breed, LA Mother Chapter. So, Compton Mother Chapter, I'm sorry. So, of course, it's that, but love y'all, man, and peace.
And I don't have no time to play with truth or to be diplomatic. To hell with you diplomats and your foolish diplomacy. Speak straight words. Because those are the words that will bring about a change. Not this delicate language. I want to be politically correct. How in the hell can you be politically correct when you're blind, deaf, and dumb and destroyed by your enemy? To hell with you and your political correctness. Be a man, be a woman, and speak the truth, and then die on that truth if it comes to that. Stand up, and we won't have to have these kind of radio broadcasts in the future. We'll be sitting down talking about what we have done, what we have